Good morning. I want to talk this morning to discuss how we should treat other people who are caught in an act of sin, or their sin has been brought to light, and as Christians. Okay, Jesus set an example for us in the Bible of exactly how to do that. And to be Christian, by definition, means to be Christ-like. So we should strive to be more and more like Christ, even though we'll never ever reach perfection. If you'll turn to the book of John, chapter 8, beginning in verse 3, here's the example of how Jesus treated the woman caught in adultery. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down, and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself, and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had lifted up himself, and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go, and sin no more. Now here's the thing. Before Jesus even addressed the woman and her sin, he addressed those standing around her, ready to judge, condemn, and stone her to death, and had them take a look at theirself. Because you see, as it tells us in the book of Romans, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Jesus showed her love. He used very few words. He was kind. Although he did, tell her to repent. I'm not saying that her sin wasn't a sin. I'm saying that the way Christians judge, condemn, I've even known of pastors and church members who are self-proclaimed followers of Jesus Christ uh, turn to judge people, condemn them, even ask them to leave the church. Let me tell you, let's just be clear. If the church, if every church building was cleared of all sinners, the building would be empty, the pulpit would be empty, there'd be no choir. We're all sinners. So we need to be kind and treat each other with the love of Christ, like Jesus. Just as Jesus showed that woman compassion, understanding, love, and forgiveness, we need to do that with one another. Be blessed.